Hey, it's Ace Deville, and today I'm going to answer some questions for you. And if you want me to answer one of your questions, just send it to one of the links below or above or to the side or whatever, okay? So my first question comes from Alex, and Alex asks, why are most / all gay men superficial? Like, why is it all about money, looks, and what they have, opposed to what they are as a person? And to that I would say, I think it's very much a generalization to say that most or all gay men are like that, because I think, a lot of people can be very materialistic and shallow that way, not just gay men. And for me, when a person is that way, it shows an insecurity that they have with themselves, or, that they're just not capable of appreciating someone as a person, and therefore they cannot appreciate themselves as a person. So for me, what you hate about yourself is what you're going to hate about the next person the most, or what you can't appreciate about the next person is something that you don't appreciate yourself, or you're not comfortable with yourself. For me, the way you treat other people always comes back to the way you feel about yourself. So that's my answer to that. DJ Lipgloss asks, how does it feel to be such good friends with fabulous people such as Maria Morales and DJ Lipgloss? And would you trade them for anyone? Well, it's nice. Maria and Lipgloss and Ace, we hit the gym together. Planet Fitness, woo woo. We usually hit the gym after the bar, so I love it. I love having you guys as friends and coming over to your house and playing games and chit-chatting about real life issues. So I appreciate that I have friends that I can do that with. So, yeah. DJ Lipgloss asks, do you think you might be romantically interested in me? And since the obvious answer is yes, are you trying to make out with me? Because I'm pretty sure my lip gloss is currently popping. Well, DJ Lipgloss, I think you know the answer to that question, don't you? And, I wouldn't want to smudge your lips or mine now, would I? My lips are sealed. And finally, DJ Lipgloss asks, would you like to have breakfast at Tiffany's? And of course I would. That movie I saw the other day with Lipgloss and Maria, and I adore that movie. I just saw it once, and I was pretty sleepy when I saw the movie. But I just thought it was fabulous. Her character was just fierce, how she's kind of coy, but she runs shit, you know what I mean? Like, she is in charge, and she works it, and I love it. So, yes, of course I would like to have breakfast at Tiffany's, silly. Alright. My next series of questions comes from Eric, and Eric has asked me quite a few questions, so we'll see how many we get to. Eric's first question. Eric asks, you had to choose 3 albums to take away with you on a desert island for a long time. Which ones would you pick? I would pick Speaker Box / The Love Below by Outkast, which was their kind of dual album, which was kind of when they were making public that they were almost breaking up, and you got to really separate Andre 3000 versus Big Boy, and I'm a huge Outkast fan, so I would take that one. It's a nice yin and yang, and I could listen to it all day. Another one I would take is Missy Elliott Under Construction, which was the first album that I ever bought for myself, so it has that kind of like nostalgic feeling for me, and I love. Finally, I would have to take I'd say Lady Gaga The Fame, just because it also has that kind of nostalgic, and I just love, like, almost, not all, but almost all of the records on there. They're danceable, and I just wonder if I'm going to a desert island, how am I going to play these albums? You know what I mean? Okay. Eric asks, if you had to live one day of your life over and over and over and over and over and over and over, which day would you choose and why? What a good question. It would have to be years and years ago. We went to like a water park, Fun Time in Okemos, and I went with one of my best friends, and we were like 15 maybe, And it was just a very innocent time. We had a lot of fun at the water park. It was just great. It was like a very worry-free day. So if I had to live one day over and over and over, I'd pick that one just because it was innocent and fun. You know, no cares. Eric asked, if you had to choose one, whose unibrow would you pick? Joe Flaco or Anthony Davis? And I'm not really familiar with Joe Flaco or Anthony Davis's unibrow, their one eyebrow. A unibrow can be kind of cute on the right guy, so judging from the names, Joe Flaco or Anthony Davis. Joe Flaco I'm not really into Flaco. Anthony Davis kind of has a nice ring to it, sounds kind of boy next door, doesn't really try too hard, so I'd say Anthony Davis, just to pick one. Okay. Eric asks, what is the best advice you've ever given and received? Well, the best advice I've ever given is be yourself. If it makes you happy, do it, and screw what the next person has to say. The best advice I've ever received was from RuPaul, and she said, what other people think about you is none of your damn business. And I think that's great advice. She didn't necessarily give it to me personally, but I took it personally when I read it or heard it, or you know what I mean. Eric asked, if you could have a room full of one thing, what would it be? This is a fierce question. I'd have to say different types of fabrics. I love my fabric. Like polyester, velvet, sequin, glitter. Shut up. I love fabric. And even if I didn't have a sewing machine, I'd just roll around in it or I'd tear it with my teeth. I would get to that fabric. I love fabric. So, fabric! Eric asked, what is your greatest regret? And, you know, I have to say that I don't regret any of the things that I have done. I have learned from my mistakes, and I know when I'm in that situation again, not to let those same things happen. My greatest regrets are not acting on, you know, emotions or feelings that I've had. So, you know, not spending time with friends, not going out on a limb and seeing what would happen with that certain boy or, you know, whatever. So my biggest regret is not taking a leap of faith when I should have, you know what I mean? Or not doing something. I regret the things that I did not do. I never regret the things that I did because it makes me who I am today. Eric asked, if you had to trade places with one person, who would it be and why? I would love to trade places with Lady Gaga just to kind of see how her world is and what actually happens, but that might ruin it for me. If I had to trade places with one person, I think a nice person to trade places with would be my mother, just to kind of see her side of what happens. Because sometimes we get into arguments and I feel like it's very one-sided, so for her to see my side of the story and for me to see her side of the story, I think it would help us better coexist. Anyway, thanks Eric for all those like a million questions. Billy asked, what would you do if you were locked in a room with me? Well, Billy, I would try and find a way out, duh. No, I would get to know you and chit-chat, obviously, and see what you had in mind. I don't know, that's kind of a naughty question, naughty boy. Just see what happens, you know, chat, say hi, get to know each other. After that, my lips are sealed. That's all the questions I have for today, and thank you for watching Ace Answers, and if you have any questions that you'd like to know about moi, just put them in the comments, or send them to me via email or Facebook or Twitter. Follow me, like me, subscribe me. Do you like my nails? They need to be redone. I just did them for this look. Bah humbug. Good night, God bless. Catch me at my show. Give a bitch a tip. Thanks for watching, and mwah, goodbye.